bunch of random topics and also like social, wait, what was it? Social rules. Um, and I just restarted my last live. I was on live like probably 2 minutes ago, but just restarting it to give new people a chance to get in. And I'd recommend skipping to about like 2 or 3 minutes in this live, just giving people a chance to get in. Hi, welcome to the live. I should have got a piece of cheese. A slice of cheese. Yes, I just restarted the live just to give new people a chance to get in. Hello, hello, welcome. I should have got a slice of pepper jack cheese. Yeah, I left, but now I'm back. That's good, right? Where we're just talking about like really random things, and I just like I like talking about random things. Who doesn't like talking about random things? And also like social rules. I like talking about really weird social rules, like not having to respect your elders. But I forgot to get my pepper jack cheese, so I hate eating string cheese, but I really like making hamburgers. Oh, should I make a hamburger right now? Let me see if I have. I'm on a plane flying over Chicago right now. Where are you headed? Why are you in a plane and where are you headed to? Are you, is your final destination in Chicago? No, I don't have, oh wait, yes I do. I have more ground beef. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you! But I have too much ground beef. That's like a little bit too much for a hamburger. Yeah, why are you, and also, how do you have Wi-Fi to be in a live? I mean, I know you can pay for Wi-Fi, but it's usually, like, really spotty. Okay, I have to be, like, really careful with this. Boom. There we go. I'm gonna make something to eat. There. You like hot Cheetos? Yes, I do. Hey, we got 24/7 free speech chat. When you're in between streams. So I just moved from California to Texas. So I live in Texas now. Thank you, that's so sweet. I'm glad you're back live. You make my day. I can't wait till you get monetized. That's such a sweet thing to say. Thank you so much. Right now we're making a hamburger because I realized I'm actually really hungry. I hate when I put, like, this is how I store my ground beef. Like, I just, like, when I get the, like, packet, usually, like, 2 pounds. And I started making ground beef because how often do you meet my parents? I'm very close with my parents and they visit me often. Whenever I store ground beef, I always separate the 2 pounds into a bag. And so now I have this awkward chunk of meat left. I don't know what to do with it. I really don't know what to do with this random chunk of meat. I could just add it into the hamburger, but I'm not going to. I think this hamburger is big already. What should I do? Should I add this little chunk of ground beef into this hamburger or just leave it alone? I can't wait till you get monetized. Thank you. That's very nice of you to say. Do I make things at home? Yeah, I wanted to go to this, like, you know, like the Suku, okay, whatever. I'm just gonna make up my mind. And we're gonna put the little chunk of ground beef back in the freezer. But you know but no, it makes no sense to put it in the freezer. What do I do? I don't know if you guys know the place called, like, Suku Japan. It's like, I love their, like, I think it's the #1. It's like a teriyaki plate with white rice. I've been, like, randomly, like, wanting, like, teriyaki food. I don't know why. But, okay. So, anyways, help me out. I have this, like, ground beef the size of a hamburger, and then I have this random chunk of meat. I think we're going to have to just put this back in the freezer. I used to live in a shared apartment with a common kitchen and a washroom. Yeah, I think we all, go through that. In college, I'm alive. In college, I had, like, one amazing roommate, and we're, like, really good friends. But I hated all my other roommates. I hated having roommates. Besides her, I hated having roommates. Because, like, why is nobody clean? Why does nobody know how to flush the toilet? Why are you rearranging your things at, like, 2 in the morning? Like, come on. It's just, ugh. Now I'm mad. Oh my God. Don't make me think about college roommates. People do too much. I just season my food with, their parents never taught them how to be independent. I guess so. I always only season, like, hamburgers with garlic, salt, and pepper. I feel like people are always like, you need to add, like, 1,000 different seasonings or your food doesn't taste like anything. Da, da, da. Like, no. Just no. Also, I love making hamburgers. Do I love tuna? I hate tuna. Tuna's for cats. My sister feeds her cat. That's too much pepper. My sister feeds her cat tuna. And I hate tuna. I would never eat tuna. I think this is good. Wait, yeah. Salt and pepper is all you need for beef? Yeah, exactly. I use garlic, salt, and pepper, and that's it. And also, like, spaghetti. I mean, yeah, obviously, that's also ground beef, too. Lived in a skyscraper apartment in college, had the view of the city every day. That sounds really nice. What school did you go to? Hi, how are you doing now? I'm doing good. I'm a little bit sad that it's Sunday night. It's not 3:30 p.m., but I'm making, like, kind of like something in between lunch and dinner since it's, like, a really random day. Really random time. I'm making a hamburger. I love to put pepper jack cheese on it. And is there an AC vent in your kitchen? There's, like, the vent fan, of course. Where are you from? I just moved from California to Texas. So, right now, waiting for my hamburger to cut. And I need a spatula. Well, I don't look like Michael Jackson, but I'm a huge fan of Michael Jackson. Oh, NYC. So do you still live in New York? Also, I feel like I'm gonna move this. Look up Myra from Family Matters. I don't know if you're just trolling or not, but everybody feel free to subscribe. I go live every single day if you like seeing my face. Oh, she's pretty. I don't look like her, but she's really pretty. Feel free to subscribe. In New York, this apartment would easily be 4K. I think it would be more than 4K. Also, guys, I'm super excited. We're at 2,875 subscribers. My goal is to get to 3,000. So, feel free to subscribe. Thank you. I like this skirt. I do get a lot of compliments on it. So, thank you. The city looks majestic. I keep hearing California is better than New York, but they're both expensive cities to live in. I mean, California is much different than New York. I feel like they're not really comparable. Because California has, like, their beautiful beaches. I hate Los Angeles because it's too crowded and everything like that. But California is very beautiful. It has beautiful scenery, beaches, vibes. New York is like a city. Like, it's known for its cities and buildings and everything. So they're just like two very completely, like, you can't really compare them. Okay, here's Myra from Family Matters. And she's really pretty. I look nothing like her, but she's really pretty. Did I? Okay. We are sneaky people. Are you New Yorkers or Californians? That's true. New Jersey. What about New Jersey? I would consider moving to New York for like a year just for kicks. Like, if I did just do content creation for like a full-time job, I would sign like a 1-year lease in New York. Experience a different state. Would you ever consider moving to the northern states like Washington, North Dakota? Sorry, I'm hungry. It's been a long day. Washington, North Dakota, or Chicago? No, probably not. Honestly. I mean, I kind of considered Chicago. I went to Chicago for like a career conference thing, and I didn't see much of it. I didn't really like what I saw, but it was okay. But I don't know. I wouldn't move to Chicago. People often say it's like rather like dangerous to live there. I know each city has its like safer and more dangerous areas. Of course. New York is elite. I had a direct view of the Statue of Liberty. I want to go to New York. How many people have been to New York? Because I feel like I'm the only one who hasn't been to New York. Doesn't it feel lonely sometimes? What do you mean? Can I tell you work out? You mean you can tell I work out? Yeah, I do work out. I ran track from 8 to 21 years old. I was a scholarship athlete at UC Berkeley. And I took a year off of track, and like with college athletes, typically you like walk away from your sport forever. I thought I was gonna do that, but I'm actually found like a track club I love, and I'm running again in September, so I'm super excited about that. What is your eyes? What is No, these are not piercings. That'd be kind of crazy. These are not piercings. This is kind of cooking a little too fast. These are just like little gems. I got into doing them a year ago, and I feel like why not like spice up life with like a little bit of glitter? Life is already hard enough, so I'm like, why not, why not be fun? Like, we don't all have to be boring all the time. Like, people's like apartments typically look the same. Your office typically looks the same. The stores all look the same. Beautiful architecture isn't really a thing in the United States, at least not anymore. So I'm like, why not like do things to like make life a little bit more flavorful? And so that's what this is, honestly. I'm a rage baiter. I rage bait people and walk away. So you're a professional rage baiter? Why? That's really random. Are you Ethiopian? No. I heard somebody say New York. Yes, how many people have been to New York before? Because I feel like I'm the only person who hasn't been to New York. Also, feel free to subscribe. If you want to subscribe, I go live every single day. If you want to see my face every day, then subscribe. I'm in Brooklyn, apartments. Yeah, so no, I wanted to know how many people have been to New York. Because I don't know if I'm like the only one who hasn't been and I'm like, I like need to go or like not. New York is expensive. Yeah, New York is crazy expensive. I'm from California, so I'm certainly familiar with living in like an unaffordable state looks like. Oh my God, it's cooking so fast. Calm down. Please. Chill out. You're from New York? The skylines of any American city is a marvel of architecture. I mean like that beautiful, like the columns type of architecture. Like I mean art. Like architecture that's like rooted in art. Oh. Okay. It is art. I mean, I guess you could interpret that as art, but that's not what I'm talking about. Let me look up what I'm talking about. What are you doing? I am, okay, hold on. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Like when we had columns that like had designs in them, like beautiful designs. I feel like everything has been like, you know, modernized in like a bad way. Or like art and architecture, like this middle one right here. That's what I'm talking about. Let's see. How often do you eat outside, and how do you see growing tip culture and growing food prices? That's a good question. Are you talking about? At first, I thought you were talking about like outside. But like I think you mean like eat out. I try not to. I try not to eat out. Probably like once a week or once every 2 weeks. Sometimes I went to Jersey Mike's like 3 days in a row, like a couple weeks ago, and then I haven't eaten out since. So it's pretty inconsistent. But yeah. Also tip culture has definitely got out of hand. I don't know what you guys think about tip culture, but I cannot believe like they have the option to tip on an app. Like the Starbucks app, like and many other apps, like you can like they have the option to leave a tip on the app. I'm not tipping in a drive-through. I'm not tipping if I walk up to the counter. I will tip, of course, if the service is good. I will tip the 20% in a restaurant because 20% is standard now rather than 15%. But yeah, tipping is for restaurants, not for drive-throughs, not for walking up to the counter, and it's gotten totally out of hand. And yeah, growing food prices just reduces the number of like third spaces people can go to. Like you can't go to like a bar anymore for happy hour and pay like what $3 to $5 for drinks, maybe $6. That's not really a thing anymore. So the growing food prices and are really eliminating third spaces. Happy hour isn't a thing. $1 or $2 off a cocktail is not happy hour. It's disgusting and sad, and it makes me want to leave this country really badly. So that's my opinion. I'd like to hear yours. What do you think of the growing tip culture and food prices, and how is it affecting people? What are you doing? I'm making a hamburger right now because I'm hungry. And eating out, It's like $15 for lunch now. Like, I remember a bean and rice burrito when I was like in high school used to be like $3.50 in California. And I like bean and rice burritos from Mexican restaurants. I'm picky. Now it's like $10 for beans and rice. And it doesn't cost them any more to make. If it does, it costs cents more to make nowadays. What about Florida? Are people from Florida crazy? I've been to Jacksonville, Florida for the National Junior Olympics when I was 11. That was the only time I've been to Florida. So yeah, I remember seeing a lot of Confederate flags and alligators, and thinking that I don't want to go back to Florida. Also, feel free to subscribe. I go live every single day. I don't know, are you from Florida? Because also my friend is from Florida, and she says like she experiences like a lot of like racism there. And yeah, Florida's just not it. I don't know. First I came back to NYC. I stood on the balcony and I played Empire State of Mind. I love that song, even though I'm not from New York and I've never been to New York. I still love listening to this song and like pretending I'm like I'm in New York and grew up there. You're my favorite streamer. Thank you. Thank you. That's very sweet. And again, if you guys would like to subscribe and see my face in every day, feel free to subscribe. We're at 2,880 subscribers, and my goal is 3,000. Normally, I don't talk about like the YouTube goals because people typically don't care, but I'm really excited about this one, so I thought I would share. Do you play sports in school? Yes, I ran track from the ages 8 to 21 years old. I got a scholarship to UC Berkeley. I ran all 4 years there. My high school team won the California State meet in the 4x1 in 2019, and I made it in all 4 of my events. My college career was not great, but I still got my school paid for at Berkeley. So I walked away from track after that. I never thought I would run again. And then like over a year later, I joined this track club that I really, really love. And I am competing again in September, so I'm super excited about that. It adds flavor and life to my day. So just training for it. So yeah, to answer your question, yes. Did you play any sports in school? It feels like you've been deported straight from heaven to earth. That's very nice. Thank you. Always tip your app. Never in my life would I ever tip on a Starbucks app. I'm not tipping $1 or $2 to get a drink that I paid for online. I'll never tip on an app. I'll never tip like in like a drive-thru or like walking up to the counter. The only time I would ever consider tipping like that is if it's like a locally owned or like family owned business and they're not like a giant corporation that I'm sure takes their employees' tips for themselves. That's the only time I might consider it. But other than that, okay, let's pause. Look what I have here. That's exciting. Especially because I'm starving. The cheese melted a little bit more than I wanted to. I forgot to put the bun in the toaster, so where are my hamburger buns? Oh no, where are my hamburger buns? No, I know I'm not out. I know I'm not out. I'm just like a really bad looker. I'm really bad at looking for things. And they're probably like right in front of my face and I can't see them. But I don't, yes. So no, I'm not tipping in the app. When you buy fruits, I mean whole fruits in the grocery store, do you avoid GMOs? No, I don't buy. Are you talking about like organic fruit? Like buying organic fruit so you can avoid the GMOs? And to answer your question, no, I just buy fruit. I know it's like it might be a little bit better to buy the ones like buy organic, but it's like you're buying fruit. It's okay to just buy the regular fruit. What did he say? I ate the lettuce at Taco Bell. That was not a good idea. Guys, in case you're not informed, we are not eating lettuce right now, at least not iceberg lettuce. I'm kind of steering clear of all types of lettuce, even though that's probably unnecessary, but out of like precaution because the cyclosporiasis, is that the virus going around? It's going around, and yeah, I'm not interested in catching it, and I'm sure you weren't either. So don't eat lettuce. Don't eat lettuce anywhere at Taco Bell, Chipotle, nowhere. I think I accidentally got lettuce at Chipotle like a couple weeks ago because I just forgot, and I always get lettuce on my bowl. But we're not eating lettuce right now. I think it's pronounced or called Cyclosporiasis, the lettuce that's going around from iceberg lettuce right now. What's your star signs? I don't know. Last live though, we got into Chinese zodiac signs, and they were very interesting. I learned that the chat taught me that mine is a goat for, why did that scare me? Mine is a goat for 2003. My sister was born in 2006, and hers is a dog, like a fire metal dog or a fire dog. So it's like you learn something new every day. I never knew it, like, I didn't even I mean, I've heard of Chinese zodiac signs, and I don't necessarily believe that zodiac signs actually define your personality, but, you know, it's exciting to talk about, or interesting to talk about, I should say. Oh my gosh, guys, look. Look, look, look. Oh my God. That's exciting. Yay! That looks really good, doesn't it? You just subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing. Welcome to my channel. I go live every single day, and I'm often cooking something on live. Half the time it's a hamburger, because hamburgers are just so easy and delicious. I always tip my delivery driver. Oh yeah, you should definitely tip a delivery driver. Like if I'm doing Instacart, of course I tip. Especially if I have stuff like Gatorade or like water or something that they have to like carry around, then yeah. Having people prepare costs money. It's always possible to eat at home. Can you name the states you've visited at least once? I haven't visited very many states, and I don't really have that much of a desire to like travel around the United States. I've gone to, let's see. Okay, obviously California, Nevada, Illinois, Chicago, Illinois. Texas, Florida, New Mexico. I'm all over the place. Yeah. That's all I can think of. Oh, Michigan. What states have you guys visited? You should try modeling and fashion designing. You have the potential. You should apply simultaneously. That is so sweet. That is so sweet. Thank you for saying that. And honestly, I'm not sure I have a creative eye. I know I said I wanted to get into marketing because marketing does require like a kind of an artistic ability and a creative eye. Not as much as fashion designing though, I don't think. I do like to dress up and put outfits together, but I've never ever taken like any kind of like fashion design class. So, and I'm 22 years old. That does sound like a really fun career path for anybody like interested in doing that. And modeling sounds like a lot of fun. It really does. I've never done that before. I don't know if you guys would consider doing modeling. You're Eric from Nairobi, Kenya. That's what's up. What do you like about Nairobi, Kenya? Placebo. It's bug. What are you talking about? Delivery drivers risk road conditions. Of course, delivery drivers deserve tips. Why would you say that? How are you? I'm good. How are you? Hey, welcome to the live. You're beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm wearing this skirt because it's hot. And I just like this skirt. The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale, a great book. Oh, I'm actually going to screenshot that. I'm looking for like books to read to get back into reading. Yep, okay, Cyclosporiasis. I think I'm like way behind in the comments maybe. I had iceberg at Chipotle yesterday. Yeah, I also had the iceberg lettuce at Chipotle, and I'm clearly still alive and well. I did not mean to get lettuce. I just kind of like got it without really thinking about it. Had I thought about it, I wouldn't have ordered lettuce though. Yes, it's a cheeseburger. I use pepper jack cheese. I feel like I should scoot this a little bit closer. Okay. Da-da-da. I want to watch the, oh my God, that sounds so nice. Also, I'm sorry if I'm like way behind in the comments. I want to watch the sun go down on Santa Monica Boulevard. That sounds so nice. I've lived in California for such a long time. Yeah, I've never been to Santa Monica, the Santa Monica Pier. I visited all 50 states. That's cool. Also, feel free to subscribe, guys, if you want to see my face. I go live every single day. Can I please take a bite of my hamburger, guys? Let me just I made this hamburger and it looks really good. And I realized I was getting hungry. You're super excited for me? Why? That's really sweet though. I've been to 20 states and 10 countries. I need to go to 10 countries like right now. Going to 10 countries right now would actually fix every single problem I've ever had in life. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Where are you from? I just moved from California to Texas. Where are you from? Also, guys, feel free to subscribe. I go live every single day. Oh my God. I'm trying to eat. Sorry. You're from Istanbul, Turkey? How do you like it there? And do you guys get a lot of tourists? You are amazing. Thank you so much. You're amazing. A book, Fingerprints of the Gods, Graham Hancock. That's another good book. Sorry, I'm so behind in the comments. I'm trying to catch up. I'm so much captivated by your natural beauty. Thank you so much. That's very sweet. Okay, yay, I'm caught up. I'm finally caught up. Yay. Well, if she plays track for a college, she travels to other colleges for track meets. Yes, exactly. I travel to other states for track meets. You're absolutely fabulous. Thank you so much. That's very sweet. Thanks all for the nice comments. But yeah, it's Sunday and I'm starting to get a little bit sad. Because I don't know if everybody else works a 9 to 5, but I'm getting a little bit sad now, and I'm trying not to think about it. I'm trying not to think about the fact that I have work tomorrow. So let's just not. How about I just not? I wish I still, if I was on the other live, I'd have that pinned comment. If you guys were to be able, if you guys could get into content creation, how many of you would pursue that as a full-time career? Because someone was asking me that earlier, and I was like, yeah, even though people look down on content creation, it's imagine getting paid several $1,000s a month. I mean, and not everybody makes a lot of money, by the way, but I'm talking about full-time, getting paid at least $3K a month. This is what this comment said, and I really liked the comment. Imagine getting paid $3K a month, and so you're able to cover all your bills, assuming you're not living in California or New York. In that case, you would probably have to be making $5 or $6K a month, or probably more than that. Doing content creation, say you're in Texas like myself, and you made $3K a month or more, and it covers all your bills and everything, and you get paid that much money to post videos about yourself, do live streams, stuff like that. Who would say, I mean, unless you're I can get why people would say, oh, I'm not comfortable with the camera, I don't really like doing stuff like that. Like my sister, she's in school to become a vet, so she doesn't really like doing stuff like this. But for me, since I like doing stuff like this, I can't imagine saying no. That's $36K before tax. Okay, then probably, you're right, 3K is too low. Let's go with 4K. 4K a month is enough to live on. It's not enough to have a lot of money, but 4K is enough to live on comfortably. Imagine making 4K a month and from just posting videos about yourself and going live and doing whatever you like doing. I would say absolutely. I would say yes. So I was wondering if you guys had the opportunity to do content creation and make 4K a month, like in a state like Texas, or respective, like the amount of money is respective to the cost of living in whatever state you're in. But I'm saying 4K for someone in Texas. Would you do it? Would you pursue content creation? I would say unquestionably yes. It's a YouTube channel that watches the sunset every day, Venice Vive. Oh, like they just like put the camera like on the sunset? That sounds really nice. Maybe I should go outside and watch the sunset if it wasn't like several thousand degrees. You forgot to put Louisiana hot sauce on your burger. I actually did not. If I wasn't lazy, I would add caramelized onions to my hamburger, regular onions, a thin slice of tomato, a very thin one. No way you're making that with 2K subs. No, that's not what I was saying. What was I saying? A thin slice of tomato and lettuce, if the virus wasn't going around right now. Why is my counter scratched? Oh my god, I scratched my counter. I don't know how I did that. You can live outdoor. You can do outdoor live as well. That's a good idea. Would you guys like me to do outdoor lives? Would you guys like me to go live outdoors? Watching the sunset would be cool, I guess. I don't know if I want to go live outdoor actually though. Outdoors, I mean. That's a good question. I'm sorry, I'm eating. I'm starving. How's the public transport in Texas? Do you often take buses? What are other modes you prefer? So one of the reasons I really appreciate New York is that they have the subway. California does not have a subway. They're like the only, Northern California has the BART, which is extremely ghetto. I know the subway is also really ghetto, but, New York has much better public transportation. The public transportation in Texas is absolutely awful. The traffic is awful. It's terrible to drive. Like anywhere you go, I've like explored different cities and stuff. Anywhere you go, the traffic is awful. The buses like just sit in traffic as well. Everybody's just burning fuel and hurting the environment, harming the environment. It takes like maybe 30 minutes to get 6 miles. I don't like it. The best mode of transportation is a car here. There's no trains. I mean, you can get on the Amtrak and go to a different city, of course, but there's no like subway for people to get on to go to work or anything like that. No like BART. We had a BART in Northern California, and that was better than nothing, honestly, because you could just walk to the BART. They had several different stations. Get on and go to another city, go to the next stop, whatever. So that was nice, but in Texas, they have public transportation is non-existent, and it's really disappointing and upsetting that, like, just the traffic in general and the amount of exhaust that's going into the environment, and the amount of car crashes that are taking place because of the traffic, and people are impatient and trying to get to work. It's like I have to push it out of my mind so that I don't get like really upset about it. Yeah, and also, just a side note, this is like more so personal to me. My job doesn't require me to be in the office. However, I have to go into the office, and so it's even like more like, it bothers me even more that I have to, be a part of like the problem and like driving and everything when I don't really have to be, but I am. So, good question. We do have a light rail in Los Angeles. I've been to Los Angeles several times. Didn't they just put in like a new train station, didn't they? They just put in a new train station in Los Angeles, didn't they? Is that what you're talking about? And is it called the light rail? Let's see. The camera is set up at the Vince Hotel that watches the beach walkway and the sunset. Where's the Vince Hotel? Remind me what state that's in that you're talking about. I like the Odessa area in Texas, just not a big city. You're a real diva. You're a real diva. Let's see. 8,000 a month is much better than 2,000 every Friday. Yeah, definitely. I would much rather make 8,000 a month rather than 4,000 if that's what you're saying. New York buses aren't that good. People walk faster than some buses on certain avenues because of the traffic and congestion. Yeah, I would guess that buses like in any city aren't really that good. I mean, unless we all agreed to like take buses rather than cars. So then of course there's way fewer vehicles on the road and the vehicles hold a lot more people. But yeah, I wouldn't guess buses aren't really like a good solution. Like I wouldn't take the bus to work because it would take me like twice or 3 times as long to get there. So, I mean, yeah, I wish there was public transportation. I'm frustrated that there's not. But, I have a serious question. California, are you talking about Venice Beach by chance? Are you talking about Venice Beach, or is it actually called Vince Beach? Have you ever considered having a bike? I mean, a bicycle here. Is this city bicycle friendly? I mean, I feel like, again, like, I couldn't ride. I mean, I don't feel like major cities are like, bike friendly or bus friendly. So I could not ride a bike, no. I stay across the street, from Inglewood. That's nice. I got if you go into NYC, I hop on a train for 40 minutes. Is that good or bad? And also for the people from New York, okay, so Venice Beach, is that what you're talking about? If you're from New York, is the subway like actually like efficient? Like, does it get you to like work or your destination quickly? Yeah, do you like the subway? Hi, welcome into the live, everybody. If you're just getting in, feel free to subscribe. I made a hamburger and I'm like not eating it, and even though it's warm, so I want to eat it when it's warm. You talk about South Africa. I mean, no, I don't like sit here and have a discussion about South Africa, but is there something you would like to share about South Africa? Better than driving sometimes. Takes about 3 hours to drive in New York traffic, I imagine. And see, that's the thing. That's like probably the main thing I like about New York, other than like the, skyscrapers, is the subway. Oh wait. No way. No, the subway takes 2 hours minimum to get anywhere. It's better to get really? Are you sure? Hello from Africa here. Mozambique. I'm sure I completely butchered the pronunciation. But that's cool. How do you like living in Africa? Thank you. And for those of you who are just getting in, feel free to subscribe. I'm at 891 subscribers. So, and my goal is to get to 3,000 before my sister gets here, or like during the duration of her stay. So basically in the next week, so that me and my sister can make a cake and we'll put 3,000 on it. So feel free to subscribe. If you want to see my face again. If not, I'll miss you. Do you think people from the 80s and 90s have lived their 20s in the best way? I don't think young people could enjoy that much and love freely. Are you saying, do you think 20-year-olds, like people in their 20s in the 80s or 90s, lived a better, 20s than people nowadays in their 20s? I would say absolutely. Because, I mean, back in the 80s or 90s, you didn't have the fear of somebody holding up their smartphone and filming you doing something embarrassing. So the fear of, being rejected, I feel like was a lot lower. Like, for example, if you, went up to somebody and was like, hey, do you want to, hang out, and they said no, you're not like, oh, what if I end up going viral on TikTok for being embarrassing? Or people just went out to the park and just did things and with no fear of being filmed or people judging, because on the internet everybody gets on TikTok or Instagram and decides something stupid, so then you can't do that. Or when you ask someone out, you're not scared. I mean, the whole school might see it or whatever if you're in high school, or if you're grown, that's not really the case. Then, you're not scared that every student or every person in the park is holding up their phone and filming you. So I think it's absolutely ruined our sense of community, and it seems like being in your 20s in the 80s or 90s was just it was more human, and it was more like they were alive. I feel like these days being in your 20s is about fitting into social norms because of what society's convinced us is how we're supposed to act. I mean, I'm sure there was still a lot of that back then, but social media, everybody sees the same thing, so they're like, well, I have to act accordingly. Hold on. Also, feel free to subscribe. I go live every single day if you want to see my face again. Don't get me wrong, I'm super I live on Long Island, New York, in between NYC and the Hamptons. That's what's up. Do you like living there? 100 Things to Know About Science by Alex. What do you mean? Hey girl, how are we doing today? We're doing good today. I'm alive. It's 4 p.m. on a Sunday, so I have to say I am a little sad. I'm actually really sad. I feel like the Sunday scaries started about 4 p.m., so yes, I am a little bit sad right now that it's Sunday and I have to go back to work. I work a 9 to 6 job, office job, so yeah, I am a little disappointed that it's Sunday at 4. The weekend just you blink. You get home on Friday evening, you blink, and it's Monday again, so other than that, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? How are you doing on this Sunday afternoon? This is your hair, of course. I grew my hair from, in high school it was probably about here, and then in college I grew it down to here, and then post-grad I probably grew it the most, probably about 4 inches. I would have been able to grow it a lot more, but my curly hair breaks off really easily. But still, I've been able to grow it. You can just kind of see, my goal is to grow my hair to my waist by probably, around February, which is, maybe 3 or 4 more inches. So I don't know if that's too aggressive. I mean, if I retained, length pretty well, I could probably get there by February. I wish I was 20 now. Let's see, how's your Texas life? Oh, that's a book. I love living in Texas. I'm really glad I made the decision to move from California to Texas. That was definitely one of the best decisions I've ever made in my life. I was not growing as a person back in California. I feel like my opportunities were limited. I didn't want to live with my parents, so I couldn't afford California. So I up and left, and I'm really happy. I love living here very much. So yeah, thank you for asking. Oops. Okay, let's see. Where are you from? Like I said, I just moved from California to Texas in the 90s. Yes. In the 90s, people used to sit on porches and talk, only house phones for the most part. We should have just stopped at house phones Or better yet, we should have stopped at flip phones and iPods. That's it. That's all we needed. We did not need smartphones. I would give up like YouTube and like, unless you can like, no, you could probably create, yeah, you could do YouTube from like a camera and then like upload it on the computer. So there probably wouldn't be live streams, but there'd maybe still be YouTube, maybe social media. I'm not sure if it was available like only on a computer or something like that. But regardless, I feel like we should have stopped at flip phones and iPods, and that's all we needed as a society. And yeah, people like went outside on their porches, spoke to their neighbors, read the magazine, read books, went on walks in the park. And now society's just so closed off. People went to cafes and sat down and enjoyed the outside. Now everybody's just closed off. Everyone walks around like in their nose in their phone. I try to put my phone away like when I'm like going like outside. We had no technology or Big Brother. Ooh, what book referenced Big Brother? I remember I read a book in high school that, I'm gonna look it up. Watching over us and there is no judgment. Okay. What book referenced Big Brother? I'm sure there's multiple books, but there's one I'm thinking of in particular. I'm a little bit sad. 1984, George Orwell's 1984. That's what it was. I remember reading that in high school. Why are you sad? Because it's Sunday evening and the weekend's almost over. I've been in Long Island, New York, all 48 years of my presence on Earth. So I assume you like living there if you stayed there. Do you prefer doing grocery shopping from Aldi? I heard they're cheaper. There are things cheaper than Costco. I've only been to Aldi once, actually. I love Costco. I go to Costco. I get the Bear Chicken Nuggets at Costco, which I was saying taste exactly like Chick-fil-A. Exactly. And that's what I used to like eat healthy in college instead of eating like chips and French fries. Yeah. I would get the Bear Chicken Nuggets from Costco. Usually I get like tissue from Costco. Yogurt. I love Costco. I go to Costco a lot. And then if I feel like getting like a snack or like lunch at the food court, then I get the pizza, the pepperoni pizza slice for, I think it's like $1.99 and a drink for 79 cents. So yeah, I love Costco. I normally do my grocery shopping just at like the regular like grocery store. When I was in California, me and my sister used to go to Walmart all the time and get our groceries there and like make like food, like cook dinner. But Walmart is no longer a discount store, even though they're a discount vibe, but their prices aren't a discount anymore. So I don't go to Walmart anymore. Just the regular grocery store. Also, I wouldn't buy meat from Walmart, but I just go to the regular grocery store to shop, and also Costco. Hi, what's good? I like your rings. Thank you so much. I need to get some more. Here, right now, I only have 4 rings and 1 bracelet. I need to buy some more. Yeah, I need to buy some more. I'm very particular and picky about how they look. And you just reminded me I need to return one that I got that I don't want anymore. But thank you very much for saying that. Oh, my rings up close. Sure, here are what my rings look like up close. And I need to get some more rings. Also, I love this. I'm not even like a Hello Kitty person, but I feel like this little Hello Kitty charm is just so cute. So, yeah, but thank you. Stopped at flip phones. We wouldn't be able to see who we're talking to on camera. We should have stopped at flip phones and iPods. Just saying. How old are you? Guess. A book I recommend, Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan. What is it about? Or what genre is it? And yeah, do you have a brief kind of synopsis? I'm sad too. Why are you sad? Are you sad for the same reason that I'm sad, or are you sad for another reason? Because I'm sad that it's Sunday evening. What do you like in the dinner? Well, I'm trying to eat a hamburger and talk at the same time, and it's not working out very well for me. Do you find the Ninja Turtles attractive? Do you find the Ninja Turtles attractive? I'm trying to get my finances in order and move to Tennessee. Why do you want to move to Tennessee? What's there in Tennessee? Other than, isn't Vanderbilt University in Tennessee? I love you. I love you too. I don't wear jewelry because of what I do for work. What do you do for work? Do you like work in healthcare? I guess you are 26. No, I am not 26. Should tomatoes, lettuce, and onions. If I had time, I would have done caramelized onions. Maybe one of these days I'll get on live and make like a hamburger how I want it. I would have done caramelized onions, regular onions, a thinly sliced tomato, probably pickles, but they have to be like, I know this sounds like really weird for pickles, but like thinly sliced and like, you know, a little bit grilled / like sauteed pickles, and then not iceberg lettuce, maybe another type of lettuce that's not iceberg. My daughter moved to Tennessee with her mom 2 years ago, so that's why you're trying to move to Tennessee. You're an auto mechanic. Oh, so you can't wear jewelry as an auto mechanic. I see. You guys are very interesting. What else do you guys do for work? I'm wondering, because I always tell people like, yeah, I work at a law firm. I'm interested in pursuing the legal field. What do you, like, if you haven't shared, what do you guys, what do the rest of you guys do for work? Also feel free to subscribe. I go live every single day, and I try to eat, don't judge. This hamburger, okay, it's really good. I know I don't have the toppings. I don't have time for the toppings. Listen, because I have work, I have studying, I have getting ready for this track meet, so not too much. And I love doing YouTube, so then I get on live for like probably a little bit too long, you know. Okay, let's see. What hair growth products would you suggest? I would suggest not using hair growth products. I would suggest not going after a good hair product or good growth oil or anything like that. I think it's a complete waste of time and money in my experience. People who try to sell you those things are just trying to sell their product. And when they like try to show their hair growth before and after, it's probably, the product probably doesn't really have anything to do with their hair growth. They just took care of their hair properly so it grew. So I was able to grow my hair, especially a lot post-grad. When I got a routine down, I kind of neglected my hair in college because, you know, being a student athlete, I was like, I don't care about my hair. I shouldn't have done that. But anyways, to grow my hair, I wash it once a week, and then I comb it out with a wide tooth comb, put it in a braid, and leave it alone for the week. Then the next weekend, I take it out, I wash it, I comb it out with a wide tooth comb, put it back in a braid, and I just repeat that and repeat that and repeat that and repeat that. Sometimes I will go 2 weeks if my life is getting like really hectic, but that is my routine. It's very simple. I use Miel products and like some like, I think like some like Jamaican castor oil that I use like, and I barely use it actually. I'm like really inconsistent with oiling my scalp. I just do it when my scalp is like, I feel it's dry, but that's all I do. I wash my hair once a week, comb it out with a wide tooth comb, and then I put it in one braid, and sometimes if the braid is like a little bit weird, I like wrap it up. I braid it and wrap that braid up into a bun if I like want a bun, and it's like a slick back. People are like, don't do slick backs for your hair. My hair is fine. Okay, so that book, I don't remember the name of the book, but I screenshotted it so I can go back and look. The book is a gorgeously poignant, oh my God, I should know how to pronounce that, story of healing, family, and love. Okay, that sounds like a nice book. Who made that? When's the next track meet? I'm running in September. I'm just doing a relay. It's like a really, you know, it's just like recreational track, you know, college track, you know, my life was like on the line, you know, it's like, your life is on the line, you're done, like do well or go home. So, I love doing track recreationally now. Also, feel free to subscribe. I go live every single day. Yes, my daughter is my sidekick and daddy's girl. My son is a mama's boy and my kids are with 2 different mothers. Okay, so do they both live in Tennessee then? What's around my eyes? These sparkly gems, because like I was saying earlier, life is too boring. Like, we all have the same office, we have the same apartment, we have the same stores, we have the same giant parking lot, streets, and strip malls. So I'm like, why not like spice life up a little bit with glitter on a Sunday? Because it's not like I can go into the office wearing glitter on my eyes. So I'm like, let's just take Sunday to add a little more glitter. Why not? Let's see. I embrace being bald and tell people my hair migrated south to my face and That's funny. That's funny. Are you a dad by chance? Because I feel like all bald dads are like good dads. My dad is bald. And yeah. He's a really good dad. He's really good. He's coming to visit me soon. So, yeah, I've talked to my dad probably I don't like talk on the phone, with my dad every day, but like at least like every day, say like text like good morning, good night. And then, I probably talk to him on the phone probably like once or twice a week. Sometimes, some weeks maybe like 3 or 4 times a week, but, yeah. How tall are you, if you don't mind me asking? Guess. How tall do you think I am? I'll stand up and help you out. Oh, you can't you can't really see me. But, yeah. How tall do you think I am? Okay. Ugh. All right, 1 second. Let's see. Would you consider going back to college and studying education? Like studying education in particular, or are you talking about getting a higher education? Because I graduated college already. I graduated from UC Berkeley, May of 2025, and I am considering, I'm not sure if I want to fully pursue the legal field. Right now, I do work at a law firm, and I'm not sure if I want to go to law school or not. I'm really not. Like, it's really up in the air, and I have no idea what I want to do. In like my earlier life was like, yeah, like, you don't have to have everything figured out. And I really appreciated that person. I don't know if they're in the live now. I'm 22, and I'm like, I have to make a decision quickly. But, so to answer your question, I don't know. We're very up in the air about that. What time do you make all your lives? Saturdays and Sundays, I typically go live from around 11 to 1, and then I'll stay on until like just whenever, like whatever the vibe is. I typically do, my lives on the weekends are typically like a lot longer than they are on the weekdays. Like on the weekdays, I usually go live around 7 or 8 p.m. If you guys would like me to like narrow down a hard time that I stick to so that you guys just like know, then let me know. But on the weekdays, it's always around 7 or 8 p.m. Central time. And then on the weekends, it's about like, I'd say like 1 p.m. Central time. If you see me running, that means something's wrong. Oh, your son moved to SC. I went to school in Northern California at Berkeley. I'd always recommend the book, The Prince of Machiavelli? I don't know. To anyone that wants to read anything on human nature. Oh my God, one of my favorite Michael Jackson songs. I screenshotted that. Yeah, I think I kind of wish I would have taken more psychology classes in college, because it's interesting to learn about the way people think and function. It really is. It explains a lot. It can help a lot, when people when people are like disappointing, knowing how the human brain functions can be or like certain people's brain functions can be helpful in like dealing with it. I'm really sorry you lost your dad. That sounds very hard. 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", No, I'm not any of those heights. I would not become a police officer. Shout out to the good dads out there, absolutely. Try getting a civil service job and working in the DA's office. I work at a law firm right now, and I probably wouldn't switch, or I wouldn't switch jobs. Excuse me. What's your star sign? I don't know. I was born in November of 2003. Can you tell me my star sign? Oh, they never met, but they know about each other. Be nice, Charlie. Is Charlie not being nice? You're almost at 3K. Yes, celebration. If I get to 3K within the next week when my sister's here, then we will make a cake. Yeah. So guys, feel free to subscribe. I'm at 2,906 subscribers. So, yeah, feel free to subscribe if you're gonna see my face every day. I actually think you would be a good PI or some detective. No, I'm not interested in being like a law enforcement officer. I'm more so interested in becoming like an attorney. Can you play Red by... No, I can't play any music or the live will get copyrighted. You're still young. You don't want to work a job you hate for the rest of your life. That is absolutely correct. My sister was born in 2003 in March. Oh, that's cool. So do star signs, do they go by like the year you were born or the month you were born in? I'm not familiar with star signs. By going on live, you guys taught me a lot about zodiac signs. I'm more familiar with zodiac signs than I was before. I knew nothing about zodiac signs before. Now I know Libras were born in October. At least some of them are. Okay, so that's giving you experience in the legal field? Yes. No, I can't play any music. I can't play any music. She's too outgoing to be a private investigator. Yeah, I'm just not really interested in that, to be honest. Yeah. What did I miss? Kind of missed a lot. I'm a Pisces. It's half of February and the beginning of March. Okay. I was born in November, so I think you guys know what zodiac sign that is. Mm-hmm. Yes, Scorpio. I'm a Capricorn for January. My sister is also a Capricorn. Y'all are twins. Not really. I'm not too hip on the zodiac sign. Yeah, I knew nothing about zodiac signs before I started going live. I couldn't tell you what February, March. I could only tell you that January is Capricorn, right? Yeah, January is Capricorn. Scorpio, since I was born in November, Scorpio. And then Libra is in October, period. Depends what day. It splits into two different signs. We're very ambitious and focused. Are you saying you're very ambitious and focused? Because if so, that's a very good trait to have. But also, don't get burnt out, It's so easy to get burnt out in life. Life is not easy. So, yeah. Also, I hate store-bought bread. I hate store-bought bread. So what do I do for a living? I work at a law firm. I do admin work at a law firm. Your typical 9 to 6 office job. Excuse me. February 19th to March 20th is Pisces, so it's a water sign. Okay, I'll try to remember that. I remember what month Scorpio, Capricorn, and Libra are. Oh, Gemini. Gemini is June. Oh, that sounds very important. Yeah, it's just administrative work at a law firm. I'm just getting my foot in the door, you know? Building that experience. I'm not sure if I want to, you know, go to law school in the future. Or take a whole different career path. I really don't know. So yeah, I'm 22. I guess it's supposed to feel confusing. It's not really a great feeling having like no idea, because some people, you know. But yeah. We'll take a couple days off. You don't have to overdo it for a job that's going to lay you off in the future. I do take days off here and there. Your sister's a Capricorn too. That's good. She's probably a go-getter. Yes, she is a go-getter. She's in school. She's an animal science major, and she's going to vet school. You must deal with a lot of paperwork. Actually, no. I deal with a lot of spreadsheets. It's not exciting. Again, it's just like admin work. Like, I'm not a legal assistant. I just do admin work. Don't forget the Aries. What month is Aries? Work. I work 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and sometimes later depending on how busy the shop is. And on the weekends, except yesterday I worked overtime, I guess you can say. What do you do for work? What do you do for work that you work 7 a.m. to 6 p.m.? And how many hours a week do you work? Because that is a pretty long day. I work 9 to 6. So if you add 2 hours onto that, if you work, and you work 6 days a week, it sounds like. That's a long week. It's like 52 hours. 22, you're still young and you work in a law firm. The ball is in your court. Just take your finances seriously. Absolutely. Everybody take their finances seriously. Save your money and invest while also living in the moment, which is really hard to do when money is not plentiful. But do your best. I would never become a teacher. Teachers, not only because teachers are underpaid, but I'm impatient. And honestly, I have strengths and weaknesses just like everybody else. One of my weaknesses as a person is that I'm not able to explain things very well. So I would not ever consider becoming a teacher. Yeah. So you work out, are you like an auto mechanic? Five days a week, but we'll work a Saturday when we fall behind on the cars to fix. Oh, okay. Okay. So that sounds like a 50-hour work week, right? Assuming you have like an hour-long lunch, which is really crazy. That's a lot of time to be at work. So props to you. In order to have money, you have to be generous with it. Elaborate. Do you think Elon Musk will take us off this earth before it becomes unlivable? No. The key to fixing that is don't try to explain too much at one time. Keep it short and simple. Yes, I've been turning a wrench on cars for over 30 years. Yeah, screw that. My sister works at a high school. Those kids stress her the hell out. You don't take a lunch break. Whoa, that is a long, long work day then. Do you like what you do? Yeah, kids, man. Also, I don't want to deal with kids all day. That's a lot. That is quite a lot of work. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Thank you, everybody, for joining the live. And I like, sometimes I'm like, should I get back on live, like, tonight? I don't know. Hi, welcome to the live. Feel free to subscribe. I go live every single day. She is 22 years old. I am not 6 feet tall. Yeah, so thank you all for joining the live. Feel free to subscribe, and I will see you most likely tomorrow, unless I like really want to get back on live this evening, but probably not. So yeah, I'll see you. Yes, you all be safe as well, and have a good rest of your Sunday. For those of you who work long hours, good luck. We'll get through this.